What's going on, everyone? It's Mr. West. I hope you're all well. So welcome back to another ultimate video test, and this time it's for the Huawei P30 Pro. Now there's quite a lot to go through in this video, so do bear with me. Now the handset, just so you know, has been updated to the latest .124 firmware, and that brings improvements to the still camera, so you can now use the single shot super high ISO mode, and also other improvements such as electronic image stabilization at 5x zoom, which is cool. So as with all ultimate video tests, I'll be leaving all of the main camera specifications down in the description, and throughout the video I'll just run through some of the high level features of the cameras, and you can go and read the full specifications in your own time. So starting with the front facing camera then, and this is a 32 megapixel fixed focus camera. It has electronic image stabilization, and it uses what Huawei calls AI HDR. Now it records video at up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. A little bit disappointed there's no 4K option, given that the megapixel count is so high. However, the video is nice and sharp and nicely exposed at the same time. Now detail wise, doing a good job of rendering detail on my unshaven face, and looking around, the phone automatically adjusts for exposure. You can just see there if we just move, and you can just see the subtle changes as the phone renders the scene. So if you look up at the sky, got nice rich blue colours, and the white of the turbine behind me there is also nicely done without being blown out at the same time. Now if we go around a bit further and look straight into the sun, you will get a bit of glare into the lens, but that is normal. But the AI HDR is doing a great job of rendering that nice blue sky. It's a beautiful day here in Wales, and it's a great chance to test out the abilities of Huawei's latest flagship. So whilst we're on some even ground and I'm not going to get stabbed in the foot by some pebbles, let's check out the electronic image stabilization with a quick run. And hopefully you'll be able to see the benefit of that EIS with the front facing camera. I will check out a bit more detail behind. That's looking good. So that is the front facing camera, and I will move to the rear cameras and tell you what those are all about. Okay, so moving on to the rear camera array. So this uses a quad camera system, and it goes as follows. There is a main 40 megapixel camera. This has automatic HDR, dual phase detection autofocus, and also has electronic image stabilization. You've then got a secondary 20 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, as you can see there, and that also benefits from the same HDR and electronic image stabilization. You've then got a third sensor, which is an 8 megapixel Periscope camera, and that allows you to do crazy things like this. So this is standard, 5x zoom, which is optical, and then you've got 10x hybrid zoom, or digital zoom to you and I. And you can see that the phone self-adjusts itself for detail in the camera. And I've got to say, it's exceptionally impressive given the smaller size of these sensors compared to a traditional DSLR, for example. With the zoom, you can use a further 5x above 10x zoom to get 15x digital zoom. Now, this is a kind of needs must feature. You do get a bit of blur and the image loses its clarity a bit. However, the option is there should you need it. And if you were to use a tripod, then you should be able to get some nice still images. The front and rear cameras benefit from stereo sound recording. There are microphones placed either side at top and bottom end of the phone, and they also benefit from active noise cancellation, so it should cut out the wind and you should be just hearing my voice but a little bit of gargling from the wind as the microphones cut that out. So we'll just check out how the rear cameras handle exposure. So look this way. And then straight into the sun. And I think the phone does a great job of automatically adjusting itself in order to get the best image. You can just see there, let's brighten up that image there just to get the trees in the shot. And as the camera moves back to the sky, you can see it just subtly adjusts for exposure. Now, before I move any further with this test, you've probably noticed it already, but I do need to address the elephant in the room, and that is, just like the Mate 20 Pro before it, sadly the P30 Pro does suffer from a little bit of the jitters with lateral movement on video, as you can see there. It also happens with faster moving video, for example if you're moving forward at speed. Now hopefully this will be ironed out in the next generation of Kirin chips, but I just wanted to get that out of the way because there's bound to be questions. This has been documented in other reviews and also on social media. We're not going to dwell too much on it. I don't want to take away from the otherwise great video quality from the phone. So we'll press on. So let's try out the electronic image stabilization then from the rear camera at 1080p at 30 frames per second. The EIS works the same in all modes, right the way up to 4K at 30. Okay, so next mode available is 1080p at 60 frames per second, and you get more fluid movement besides the jitters in this mode. Now, like the Mate 20 Pro, the 60 frames per second video is helped along with what Huawei calls AI stabilization. So this works along with the EIS. Helps smooth out the 60 FPS video. Some phones, for example OnePlus handsets, they don't have electronic stabilization at 60 FPS, they use the optical image stabilization. Move to wide angle, cram a bit more into the shot so you get a much more dramatic view of your surroundings with the ultra wide angle camera. Now, in addition to the standard color mode, you can also use vivid color, which looks like this. Now, it's very saturated. If you look at the sky, it's really, really blue, almost like ocean blue. But I do think it looks quite nice at the same time. It's a nice effect. You can always dial back on the saturation with some editing software if need be. But this is something that you can use. There's also something called smooth color, which looks like this. And it's not too different from the vivid color mode. So let's punch in a bit. And you can see that the electronic image stabilization is working at 5x zoom. Now, I wanted to show you this at 60 frames per second. The zoom mode is not as clear, nor does it have the clarity than if you use 30 frames per second. You can see there's a little bit hazy. But the electronic image stabilizer does work with the 5x zoom now. It doesn't work at 10 times, you just end up with a wobbly mess. I really wouldn't recommend running at 10 times zoom anyway, because micro hand movements will cause all kinds of motion sickness. Okay, so this is 4K at 30 frames per second using the ultra wide angle lens, and we're back in standard color mode now. Now the electronic image stabilization really helps you to frame shots like this, whereas if you didn't have it, it would just be all over the shop like cheap aftershave. There are a number of filter modes available, and they range from a vintage effect, smooth color, AI color. There's also a video portrait mode, which works a bit hit and miss, and there's also a couple of other modes as well. Okay, so move to the 5x zoom lens and just allow the phone to focus for a moment and snap into detail, and I'll show you the stabilization. So you can see it is picking a little bit of the movement up from my feet, but if I move very, very slowly, move the camera this way, you can see that the electronic image stabilizer is doing its best to smooth out that image. Without the stabilization on, this would be a wobbly mess. So this is not perfect. Don't forget, I'm holding the phone as steady as possible now. As with all zoom, micro movements do transfer into the phone, and that gives you a much more jarring effect. But with the previous software release on the phone, the image quality in this mode, especially with video, was very, very shaky. But with the stabilization added, it actually makes a good stab of stabilizing the video. So check out the 10x zoom, see if we can see the guts of that turbine, and hold steady, focus. It's nothing short of impressive what Huawei have achieved with this. It's really, really good. I mean, that image is tack sharp, slightly hazy, but tack sharp. You can make out the antennas there at the back of the wind turbine, and some of the detail on the back of the fan blades. It's really, really good. And there's a sign just to my left. Now we can even read the writing on that, whereas if I punch right out, five times, 10 times. If you want to ring that number, feel free. Just don't tell them I told you to do it. Let's check out autofocus then on the video camera. Nice, smooth autofocus mechanism. Just gently brings in the subject into focus, and a nice smooth transition into what's in the background. See how close we can get. I mean, you can get pretty close. You can make out the pattern on the back of the Galaxy S10e's camera lens housing there. And you can even see the individual cameras as well, which is good. And back to the background. Top-notch camera hardware. Really, really good. And the great thing is that the autofocus even works with the 5x zoom. Give the phone a moment. There we go. So it's not perfect. It is introducing a little bit of grain into the image. However, it just goes to prove that that works. Now you've also got super slow-mo modes as well on the video camera. So you've got 120 frames per second at 1080p, 240 frames per second at 720p, and also 960 frames per second at 720p also. The super slow-mo video is really good, and you can stretch out the slow motion section of the video to whichever part of the video that you like. So that's it, that is everything. That is the ultimate video test for the Huawei P30 Pro. So if you've got any questions or comments about anything you've seen in this video, then please leave those down in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And additionally, if you're new around here, then please consider subscribing so you don't miss more videos coming on the channel very soon. But for now, this has been my ultimate video test for the Huawei P30 Pro. My name's Mr. West, and I will catch you guys later.